Alright, I am back in the pen. This is a Recon ride. Group ride, not a race. For this week's ZRL race, figured I'd record it because record everything. We'll see if I decide to post it. I should probably just post it right away in case it's useful to folks, but I haven't really done one of these. I take it's sort of intentionally not a race pace. How do you get a white Tron? Yeah. I think there might even be a fence. I'm certainly not gonna push the pace. I'm pretty happy to do it as a 2.3 to 2.5 watts per kilogram ride. If that's what, as advertised, if that's what happens. The race is on Tuesday. I'm still kind of in recovery mode from the community racing series where I did every race. And I want to try to have fresh legs on Tuesday for a change. Relatively fresh anyway. So yeah, we'll support the ride leader in this, but I'll also see what other people want to do. There may be actually a sort of a more aggressive pace. Well, let's have fun, everybody. We did 20K, so yeah, 20.1. Honored to collaborate with ZRL, lead you to discover the route. Yeah, so this is semi-official. I guess they get kind of a host team. Maybe they rotate through with a bunch of different sponsors, different time slots. But yeah, so there's a fence, and I don't know if they'll actually boot people. Let's see if I can join this group up here and settle in, and maybe go from here. Not really looking to do anything crazy. Just remind myself about the course. We did it in the Big Spin series, which was silly, goofy fun. Yeah, okay, so 100% not gonna be a disruptor here. So I got this, basically this flat run in. Get the legs going. There's Jason, good rider. Seems to have drifted down into the sea cat last I checked, but always good, competitive, strong rider. Might be back up in B at this point. Alright, so yeah, kind of cruising along flat. Then we have this little downhill section, and our little recovery preparation for the first bit of climbing. We're just coming up on 2K into the course. Levels out. Have this twisty downhill bit. Grumpy. There's a friendly fence. Down this bit. This is a course that really does not show up in the race series at all, so credit to ZRL for putting it in here. But it's also a good one to refresh our memory around. Alright, so right turn, less roads ahead, but some pain to get there. Really want to keep it cool. I'm sure people will gun it though. Another scoop bit here. Levels out. Thank you, Henry Lee, Zwift fighter. So yeah, so that's kind of the kick in the pants. Gotta be attentive up there. No one really should get dropped though. Might get strung out, but recover. That is not the point to get into deep trouble. Nice little breather. And then a couple of these pretty annoying spikes. Now let's just ease back a touch. This one up 11%. Still pretty short. Recover. That should just be, that shouldn't really count for much at all. Boy, more and more people have the level 100 confetti ride-ons. I've noticed. I get them quite often these days. Yeah, so by here it should be able to get back down to a very comfortable heart rate. Absolutely essential. There's one pretty annoying kicker still before the climb, not even the, I mean, technically the KOM segment is after a couple steep pitches. But even before those, there's at least one nasty bump. Let's see if I'm forgetting another one. But all eyes on the prize of getting up and over the AOM in one piece. There's our beacon. Little bump doesn't really count. In a large group, just absolutely soar up and over that, barely notice it. Just a little recovery here. And yeah, there it is on the elevation profile. Unfortunately, New York does not have the updated mini-map profile yet. It's going to be coming. Yeah, so this one, you really want to get up and over at 12%, 13%. Pretty annoying, but that's so short. That could be a launching point. I mean, if you sort of track what a couple folks did there, you know, something to be said about pushing there and getting, even if not a gap, just really stringing out the field. Let's see, so that's around 6.5. Let's just see how long we have to go here. It's a decent ways still. So, I'd rather keep my powder dry and have everything for the KOM. Yeah, we're got a lot of flat here. All right, so yeah, so that's decided. People may still do that. but I don't think it's too concerning. Not an approach I would take. Second leg comment confused people. Sure. Looks like they might be Italian. Alright, how bad is this? 5, 6, 7. Yeah, again, that's another one. You'll just kind of float right through in a decent bunch. Now it's like position, get in position. If I climb like this, I really want to be near the front. There's just no draft. I mean, there's little flatter points. You don't want to be in the wind, but you really kind of want to be. Okay, well here I am on the front. Not exactly the right thing, but yeah, so painful burst. Stay focused. A little bit of a respite. Still 5%. 4%. Got some draft here. Pull that up again. 12%, 13%. Again, a little rest. You need the rest here. Right turn. The next segment is a little longer, if I recall. I mean, not quite as steep. It can really burn. You can see it there on the elevation. Now this is the KOM segment start, but whatever. So yeah. So there are two really steep sections after this section. So you really want to measure your effort here. But people push. Try to hold. This weird phantom intersection always amuses me. I think I might just be confused by the road underneath us, but one dreams of a future expansion. Okay, that section is done. Now you can see how far to come. They're both on the shorter side, but legs are tired at this point. They're wheezing absolutely, almost surely deep in the red in terms of heart rate. So you really gotta push desperately. This is the whole race. Just tell yourself that this is the whole race. The finish line is the top of the KOM. Gotta get there. Maybe not literally right on the wheel, but right, I mean, within striking distance, and not, if you're solo, your only hope is to get caught, swept up. and then catch. There's no way you catch from the back. Quick breath, quick breath, quick breath. And then just smash it. Let this, get your speed into it. 14%, 15%. Just stay on top of those pedals. Focus on the people. The wheels you need to hold. You do not need to be a hero to survive. 12%, 11%, you can almost taste it. 10, 9, you got this, baby. You got this, all right. Find the draft and hold it. That's it, no more heroics. Whatever happens on the descent will happen. You can allow yourself to recover a bit, but people will push. Expect to push through the banner. Boom, there's your anvil. And then some will use the anvil here. Anticipate that, accelerate, hold their wheel. I would hold the anvil. If you're desperate, you can use it, but the worst feeling in the world is when you fire the anvil with a gap and don't catch. Absolute devastation. Total waste. Alright, well here's where we should use the anvil, in my opinion. I am on the front. So I'm actually gonna wait, it doesn't really matter, but yeah, okay, boom, fire the anvil. You know, I don't know, so you can figure out if you can coast or not. Just really, really stay attached. The little gaps can turn into big problems in a hurry. I'm not overly concerned in this case because we're ahead of the beacon and I want to be a good citizen. But you should have tremendous speed. 70s, maybe 80K. Sure, hit a super tuck if you get one. And here we go, you know, I mean, not that much road. Mostly flat, a little bit of bumpity bump. We do have a bit of a horror jump up and out of the, when we come down off the glass roads here. All right. No steering. No steering. Loosen up and over these bumps. Yeah, pretty painful, but short. Maybe have so much speed at this point. I doubt it will matter. Last kilometer. All right, well, I'm not going to sprint. Very tactical finish. Okay. Little dip into this very painful up the banner. very hard to overtake unless you really have a crap load of speed. Nobody will have meaningful power-ups for the sprint, which is a good thing. Yeah, a little bit of a false flat thing, proper rise here with keeping in mind, again, in a decent sized group, no problem, but we'll see how small the groups get after the KOM. Alright, well, they're posting it. I may post it just for fun. A nice, small but loyal audience. Percent, 10%, 9%, and then continues down. Not a bad place. Using ammo, if you still have it, sort of depends on the situation. I'm not sure you're really likely to get away. And maybe if you're chasing, maybe. I don't know. There's another downward ramp up here. And the thing about this bit, if my memory's right. Oh, okay, wait, looks like we got an up and a down. Alright, I wasn't quite where I thought we were, which is fine. So I take that back. I wouldn't use the ample back there. $5K to go. Boy, if you want to go really long, you're in a small group, maybe. Maybe. But it's a pretty tall ask. Solid 10-minute effort, 8-minute effort from here, I imagine. So this is where I thought we were. Yeah. Conceivably using anvil here. Not a bad idea. Okay. Imagine boom, anvil. Put a big dig in. Really get speed. Because boom, up we go. Short but quite painful. I would love to have speed there, honestly. Not a bad thought at all. This is the classic Harlem Hill. Usually get from the ground side. A little recovery here. then a little more recovery than I remember. Done it so many times, I think you're just so gassed. And then here, this stretch, really quite painful. It's not steep, but it goes on, and you're at this point riding on very tired legs. But there's a draft. Hold those wheels. And 3K to go. Some more ups here. Just gotta start thinking about the finish now. If you want to go long, go here. And if you still have the anvil, honestly, attack, attack, attack. Absolute murder. Anvil down. That climb is a lie. Zwift Insider was saying there's no point using the anvil here, but seems like you really could. Absolutely. Y'all can have it. Go for it. Alright, well, pretty interesting thoughts about where to use that ammo, I have to say. I think nothing matters until after the KOM. So it's kind of a tale of two races. Get to the KOM somehow. And then read the situation and use the anvil if you need it to catch. Otherwise, I would say right around that move right around 2K. Super Bowl probably fails. It depends on the field size. These races, we're in the B Division 1. And basically everybody's strong. You know, it's a pretty narrow band, top to bottom. So odds are you'll get a pretty good group at every finish line. This one might be a little different. There's that New York KOM really is such a beast. And as a result, there might be a smaller group and different tactics could win the day. But that's if the smaller group survives. So that's another consideration. So I would say a big bold attack at 2K to go. If you're sort of in the like 8 to 12. Or smaller, has real chances. Like maybe you know, dream scenario, you stay away. But even if you get caught, maybe you've stretched things out that maybe you're still sort of top 5 and somewhere in the mix for a podium bonus. Or maybe, you know, you put all your chips on the table and you lose. That can happen too. But barring that, just surfing every wheel, covering almost every move, maybe not covering if someone else does that 2K attack solo. And at that point you're playing for either the chance to catch or saving your matches so you can maybe sprint for second. Among the tops of the lead group. At which point, the idea of firing that anvil at that very last dip and the absolute full gas, although I wonder if the interesting question. I wonder if the watts per kilogram calculation is thrown. Oh boy. Okay, well now I'm into like advanced anvil theory, of which there are probably 6 experts in the whole universe, and I am not one of them. But that would be a pretty big miss if the point when you ramped up your sprint, suddenly you're, what is it, 15% heavier? It's a lot. But it's only supposed to apply to the downhill, so I don't know. You know what? I'll be freaking lucky to be in anywhere near the front at the end of this one. So let's just leave it at that. Let's yeah, successful recon. Didn't burn the legs. Yeah, obviously put some little red bits in there, so it wasn't entirely zone 2, but it was fine. Plenty of recovery. No top line sprint efforts at all. Just good, you know, steady power through a few bits, through the climb, and through the bumps, and that's that. All right. Well, if you did watch this one, hope you got something out of it. Thank you for watching. If you're doing ZRL on Tuesday, good luck. And no matter what, until next time, ride on.